Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Boswell Stadium on the campus of East Jordan High School. Eric Huffman and Jared Stamen bringing the action between the East Jordan Red Devils and the Elk Rapids Elks. Thank you for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting. Apologize for getting started a little bit late. We lost our video feed all of a sudden, so we had to switch cord out, but it looks like we're getting everything back in order. You got the Red Devils on their first possession of the game. You got William Webb's going to keep it. He's going to dive close to the first down sticks on a fourth down, 4th and 6. We'll see if he's got it or not. I think he's going to be left short. Elk Rapids will take over 1st and 10. The ball set up right there from the kickoff. He had a great return by Brady Wilson of the Red Devils, getting it down to the 30-yard line of Elk Rapids where they started their first possession of the game. But a 4 and out, and now Elk Rapids will get their first possession of the game. And you've got a 5-3 East Jordan team looking to get their 6th win and head into the playoffs, where you've got Elk Rapids, a nice job coming in at 4-4, and see if they can't finish the season with a winning record. And I'll bring in my partner, Jared Stamen. Are we all set and ready to go on your side, my friend?
Yeah, we sure are. Boswell Stadium, even though it is the most beautiful stadium, in my opinion, some of the service back here is a little bit suspect. And, we're trying to stream for our Elk Rapids folks and then on our next level. So just a little bit of an overload, but we should be good now, as just saw a nice 5-yard run there by Elk Rapids.
And just a quick backstory, we're doing a combined broadcast tonight, so we're actually showing this game on 2 separate streams tonight on our regular YouTube channel and on elkrapidsfootball.com. So trying to get 2 shows going for the price of 1 here tonight. Let's get back to the action right now. 2nd and 5 for the Elks. Braden Fluty's going to carry. He'll try the right side. He'll gain a couple, be 3rd and short. Braden Flutie transitioned from quarterback to more of a running back option this year, doing a great job because, man, you really got to show off his speedy legs, Jared.
Yeah, Brandon Flutie, definitely a heck of an athlete and a great coaching, because Ollie Trammell can really throw a nice ball, and Brady Flutie. Brandon
there
Flutie.
We go.
Oh, there, goodness. He sure can run. So just a great coaching change there. Both guys using their skill set a little bit better.
Yep. 3rd and 2 for the Elks. I'm going to try up the middle. Probably, it looks like probably Mason Cannon. We'll wait and see till the young man gets up. Yep, Mason Cannon on the carry. He gets enough for a 1st down, so 1st and 10 Elks right from about the 30-yard line. See where they mark it? Just past the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. And again, thank you for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting. We've got a couple other games going on in Next Level World this year. You've got Traverse City St. Francis has this week off, but you've got a great Ski Valley battle for the title going on right now with Inland Lakes and Gaylord St. Mary's, and also an intriguing one, Jared, down at Kingsley with the Raiders of Charlevoix taking on the Stags.
Yeah, those should be some pretty darn good games there, Eric.
1st and 10, Braden Flutie. Tries the wham play on the left side. He'll get a few yards on that. We'll give him about 4, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and if they can just keep getting these 4-yard chunks plays, it's been really hard for East Jordan to stop these runs. I mean, any of their losses, it's just been running backs popping off for 120-plus yard gains, or just like total yard gains there. So run stopping is really key to Elk for an Elk and
East Rapids.
East Jordan victory.
Yeah. Give Jared a minute to calm down. He was trying to figure out some stuff here at the last minute, so the anxiety's a little high. Take a deep breath, my friend, and get back in this action. When you get nice fake handoff to Flutie as they try to run up the middle there. Flutie almost got taken out without having the ball. Needless to say, you got Mason Cannon for no gain on that play, be 3rd down. White Penny on the tackle for the Red Devils.
Yeah, and this will be a good stop here. I mean, that first series, was it, I believe, a 3-and-out for EJ?
Yeah, and again, I don't know if you saw the opening kickoff. Brady Wilson took it and got it all the way down to the 30-yard line, but they weren't able to get a 1st down from there. And on a 4th and short, not able to get that 1st down where Elk Rapids took over.
Yeah, let's see if this Griffin Boyer White D on front can get some pressure here.
Tripped over. Trammell tripped over, and on the handoff, looks like it's fumbled, picked up by William Webb, and he's going to scoop and score for the touchdown.
Wow, Eric. That was a heck of a turn of events right there.
Yeah, you had Ollie Trammell stumbling coming out of the gates there with the ball, and on the handoff exchange looked like just didn't complete it, where you get a loose ball, and you've got William Webb again scooping that up and scoring.
Yeah, and that's not the way you want to start a drive there for Elk Rapids, because this offense for East Jordan knows how to score points, and you want to have them score as little as they can. So defense adding 6 points for free there is not really on the schedule they're hoping to stay on.
No, and besides the opening kickoff, you did a great job of stuffing them on their first 4 plays of the game and getting the ball back. So you had to have that turnover and the turnaround and score from that turnover. Not a good start. So let's see. Once they get the ball back, they can't sustain a drive as we wait on the extra point. The extra point is up, and it is good by Miss Maggie Schaefer.
Yeah, and now she's 2 for 2 on the season, Eric.
Yes, Miss Schaefer, daughter of the greatest delivery driver that I know on this planet. 6:56 left to go in the first. 7-0 East Jordan. Along with a double broadcast, you got double the reads tonight, Jared.
Yeah, you're going to have a mouthful, that's for sure.
During the time of mergers, acquisitions, and name changes, the founders of Charlevoix State Bank saw a need for a truly local bank focused on community and strong customer relationships. Those values continue to drive them today as they are proud to support local Charlevoix County schools such as East Jordan, the Charlevoix County State Bank.
Pretty good bank right there, I got to say. But, another little thing about, Maggie Schaefer is this East Jordan team has been pretty good on 2-point conversions. Until the last couple games, they've kind of struggled a little bit. And now 2 for 2, they seem like they got a good extra point kicker.
Almost like they added a secret weapon.
Yeah, and that's going to be pivotal if they really want to make a deep playoff run right there.
As they set up for the patented, Jared, East Jordan double kickoff.
Oh, yeah. You never know who's going to kick. If it's going to go left or right, keeping the special teams on edge.
Squib kick, they're going to try to get it 10 yards and possibly get it, but I don't think it made it to 10 yards. Elk Rapids did fall on it regardless. They're going to have great field position on the East Jordan side of the 50. Is that one of those, trying to take a chance too early? Should we have just kicked it down the field, or is that a good time to possibly try it?
Well, I don't really know if Coach Grabowskis thinks there's really a bad time to try it. I think sometimes they smell blood in the water, and he's just like, I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah,
I don't think he's concerned about those next-gen stats.
I get it. You get the other team confused or off balance real quick. Maybe you can sneak a play in like that.
Yeah, I do believe week 1 they actually snuck away with one up in Manistee, getting an extra possession on offense for them.
We'll check in and get some score updates from around Next Level World as the game goes on. 1st and 10, Elks fumble exchange again on the snap. Was there? I'm wondering if we're rocking a different center tonight as we're having the last 2 snaps we've had issues with. Looks like Elk Rapids will keep it this time. They'll lose a little bit on this play. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, snaps have been a bit of an issue for East Jordan. I believe it still is their starting. Actually, looks like. Oh, that's Elk Rapids on there. My bad. Used to seeing some questionable snaps there on East Jordan's side, so it looks like it kind of might be a potential thing to watch for both teams.
This is very out of sorts because the center quarterback exchange, there hasn't been an issue all season long, so getting into week 9 makes me wonder what's going on. Is the cold weather, is there a slippery ball out there? We had a little bit of light condensation come down before the game got started tonight. Braden Flutie on the right side, nice job by East Jordan. They'll knock him behind the line for a loss of a couple. After that loss, be 3rd and a long 12.
Yeah, and this is right where the East Jordan defense wants them. They want that pass rush of Dion, Boyer, and Mayhew to get home. They looked really good in that last week win against Frankfort, and they're trying to carry the ship because when those guys are humming, East Jordan's usually winning games.
Battle for the Ski Valley title happening in Gaylord right now. The Snowbirds and the Inland Lakes Bulldogs tied at 0. 6 minutes to go in the first there. Trammell going to keep it off the fake handoff. Oh, he's going to get hit right in the numbers, and he's going to lose massive yardage on that. It'll be 4th and extra long after that play.
Yeah, you don't want to let this pass rush get going because those guys, when they kind of like the coach, they smell blood in the water. They take right after the coach. They try to take advantage, and right there you saw it. I think it's going to be a loss of 8 yards on 4th down.
Makes you wonder if they kind of got stagnant with that after the second fumble in a row on the center quarterback exchange there. Makes you wonder if they're just trying to get back to basics with that and losing a bunch of yardage. And here we are, Connor Carlisle going to punt it away. Short punt going to drop at the 40 and roll for a few yards. East Jordan will take over about the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Your home gutters are always there when you need them to be, and so is our good friend Orion Beningo, and that's why he started Professional Seamless Gutters. Professional Seamless Gutters offers fast, experienced service and real-time quotes. But wait, there's more. They will actually answer your phone call. That's Professional Seamless Gutters at 989-619-3407 and tell them we sent you.
Now, East Jordan, this is the first time we're going to see. Well, first time I'll be seeing their offense. I didn't really get a good chance to watch that first 3-and-out drive, but I know that this team is frustrated because they got offensive firepower, and 3-and-out just does not fly for them. So definitely looking to see if they can move the chains this time, and I expect them to.
Well, and obviously you've followed this team this year, but I expected them to be to look better than the 5-3 record that they're facing right now. As you got William Webb on the keeper, he'll gain a few on that play. Brought down by Brody Turner. Nice sophomore for Elk Rapids. Did some nice minutes on offense, subbing for Mason Cannon when he was injured. And now getting time on both sides of the ball, finishing out the season.
Yeah, Elk Rapids has only improved as the season's gone on. I mean, at start we were thinking, I don't know how many games this team's really going to win. And, hey, now they're fighting for over 500 record.
Yeah, I was talking on the Next Level show yesterday about what I thought about. My one big takeaway from them is that they feel after 2 weeks in a row of scoring 40-plus points, they look like a complete unit. Let's see if they can't get back into that after some issues, as you've got a nice sack for a loss there on after the handoff.
Yeah, and
look like Brody Turner got back there again for that stop. A loss of a bunch on there. It'll be 3rd and about 14.
Yeah, that was Brody on Brady crime right there.
Yes, there you go. 3:45 to go in this first period. Seems to be going by fairly quickly.
Yeah, it really has flown by so far. I can't agree with that more. Wow,
it was really flying when we couldn't get everything going right off the bat. Everything's really extra fast then.
Oh yeah, the game is like in 4 times speed when that's happening. But we'll see Beal motion out there.
3rd and 15. Webb's going to air it out. He's got a man in the middle. It's complete to the 35. 30 stumbles and gets an ankle tackle. He'll end up right up inside the 20-yard line. Nice run after the catch by Max Beal, tripped up eventually by Trey Dennis of the Elks.
And that's what Max Beal can do. He's that running back. You can put him out, and he can just beat corners. I mean, I think it was week 5 against Glen Lake. He had 2 long touchdown passes.
.47 yards on that play. Thank you to the announcer in the booth beside me. I was talking with her earlier in the game, earlier before the game got started, and come to find out, the year I graduated from Harbor Springs back in 1990 was her first full year here in East Jordan. So I've been able to listen to her forever as we got a flag on the play. Looks like possibly a false start on the Red Devils. That'll back them up 5 after we get the official signal from the official. And, yes, false start, back them up 5. 1st and 15. We'll back them up to the 25-yard line. 5:40 to go down in Kingsley. The Stags are behind the Charlevoix Raiders right now. Charlevoix winning 6-0. Again, 5:40 to go in the first there.
Oh, the title. I see the title says test. I can change that. I can change the title. Yeah.
East Jordan checking their bands, make sure they got the right play set. Got one in motion. Webb looks like he wanted to do the sweep or the pitch out to the side. He ended up keeping it, and he'll gain maybe a yard on that play. End up being 2nd and long. Yeah, looked like he wanted to swing it out and see if that swing pass or that pass out into the flat was going to work. They decided, hey, he hung on to that and tried to get up the middle and only got a yard on that as we get close to 2 minutes to go in the first quarter already. East Jordan coming off a 25-14 victory over Frankfort last week, while Elk Rapids put a beating on Benzie Central last week, 42-14. I was down there for that one. Webb will keep it. He sidesteps 2 tacklers, gets by a 3rd. He's down to the 10, 5, and looking at the defenders, he waltzes in for the touchdown. Red Devils. Good setup blocking by the offensive line and everyone else downfield, and he almost was able just to trot in for that easy score there after he got past the line of scrimmage. 1:41 to go in the first, 13-0 already. East Jordan over Elk Rapids. Wyatt Penny to hold the ball. And Maggie Schaefer, 2 for 2 on the night. Extra point good. 1:41 to go in the first quarter. 14-0. East Jordan leading Elk Rapids. EJ is a proud supporter of Red Devil football on Next Level Broadcasting, making it easy to stay in touch with your hometown team and the community wherever you are. That's EJ. In need of an interior design overhaul, or maybe you're in search of a more functional home design, then look no further than Inner Structure, located right in East Jordan at 319 South Lake Street, offering innovative solutions for your home, including space planning, kitchens, baths, floor coverings, furnishings, and much more. That's Inner Structure Design. Eric Huffman and Jared Stamen here at Boswell Stadium. We were walking around earlier in the stands, and with the sunshine, we had that little bit of condensation. We had people getting their cameras out or their phones out earlier. We had a double rainbow going here over the stadium. I was able to get a couple of photos. What a cool scene Boswell Stadium is in the fall. As we wait for the school song to finish and we'll wait and get the kickoff all set for East Jordan. Kickoff taken by the Outback. Looks like Henry Veith on the reception there. He stopped right where he received it at the 40-yard line, where the Elks take over 1st and 10. And they had started out with their first possession. They started getting a couple of first downs and thought they were possibly getting an established drive put together. Then they had a quarterback exchange handoff with the running back that was fumbled and turned over. And then on the very next possession, in the next play, you had a center quarterback exchange issue. Thankfully, they're able to keep on to that, but hopefully they've got those issues ironed out on the sidelines and are ready to play some Elk Rapids football. Tram will send 2 to the right with a wing back on the left. Keegan Keel will take that on the jet sweep. Gets to the line of scrimmage, met by a whole host of Red Devils. I don't know if that ball was knocked loose or not from here. I'll wait and see what the signal is. I'm not sure what was flying around. Tackle made by Isaiah Palmrose that time for East Jordan. Elks keep possession. Give him about a half yard on that play. It'd be 2nd and long. Trammell out of the gun. Flutie in motion. Handoff to the running back, met again right at the line of scrimmage, and there will be no gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Mason Cannon was the runner on that. Garrison Henry, first player in on that tackle. Looked like Brady Wilson was around there too. As the time ticks down to the end of the first quarter. Third and long from the 40. And that'll do it for the first quarter of action here at Boswell Stadium in East Jordan. The score, Red Devils 14, Elk Rapids Elks 0. We will take a break and come back for the start of the second quarter. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on elkrapidsfootball.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Start of the second quarter here in East Jordan, 14-0, the Red Devils lead. Again, thank you for joining us. Eric Huffman and Jared Stamen in the booth this week doing a combined broadcast.
Oh, we're trying, Eric.
Yeah, well, I'll bring you in whenever you can.
Yeah, well, I should be good now for this pivotal third down for Elk Rapids.
Trammell's got him, man. He gets it right over the top of the defense. He'll get a first down and more. You know, that's one of the things I like about Trammell. When he's got enough time to throw, he can hit those tight windows.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Braden Ferluti on that reception, by the way. 1st and 10 Elks.
I mean, that's a pretty good connection right there, and that was a beautiful ball right over the kind of flat defender there in that bit of a zone coverage. Ollie Trammell is looking really good out there.
Yeah, he throws a really nice ball. Again, when he's got time. And another one like Connor Carlisle, he can hit him deep down the sidelines for deep balls again when he's got proper time to throw the ball. But again, he's also a dual threat. He can also hang on to it and gain some yardage with his feet as well. 1st and 10 Elks. Hand off to Mason Cannon up the middle. Nice chunk play here on first down. Good job by the offensive line. They'll gain at least 5 on that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to give up on the run game. Even though you're down 14 points, second quarter just started. You are on plus territory in the field. I want to keep that run game going, get that defensive front for East Jordan nice and tired so you can take those deep shots down the field a little bit later.
Griffin Boyer, the Red Devil, in on that tackle. Second and 4. Carlisle and Flutie are your receiver and slot on the right side. Trammell's going to roll out. He's got a reception. Keegan Keel on a reception for the Elks. To be sure, the first down by about a yard, be 3rd and short.
But setting up a 3rd and short when you got a run game, that's looked pretty good so far, minus that botched handoff.
Yeah, and what they'll do sometimes, they'll roll Trammell out and they'll move that pocket, but then later on you'll have a receiver on the back side of that run like a middle post and end up being wide open in the middle. So we'll have to see if they end up being able to set up for that sometime later in the game.
Definitely something to watch out for later down the line, especially, fourth quarter potentially money drive situation.
Yeah, and they do multiple setups too. We haven't even seen the spread yet, as they've got working with almost a pro setup this time. Oh, nope, they move Flutie out of the backfield with single back. Keel in motion will give the Cannon again. Right close to the first down marker. Let's see if they'll give it to him. Official on the stick side. It looks like he's right there.
Looks like they're going to be marking him about an
and lead
short.
official points his hands forward, and let's move the sticks. 1st and 10 Elks, 9:50 to go in the half.
Oh, I take that back. It looked like originally the far line judge was going to call it about an inch short, but ended up giving him that first down.
Week 9 of the football season already. I can't believe we are that far, and we're going to be talking playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Next week. Well, not even that. We may probably talk some playoffs even tonight, maybe possible matchups. We can get into Mapatology and snooze to you depending on how the game's going. But, yeah, I can't believe that the regular season ends after this week already.
I know, it really does. Those 9 weeks feels like about 9 days.
Trammell on first down. Cannon again. He's going to mail up the middle. He's got a first down and more. He'll get it about to the 20-yard line, inside the 20-yard line. Again, you're getting nice chunk plays and good job by the offensive line, and Mason Cannon's almost getting to the second level before he's getting hit.
Yeah, Max Beal just made a touchdown-saving tackle right there. We always talk about him on offense, but he can come down from that safety position and play like a linebacker. He kind of reminds me of that kind of Cam Chancellor box safety kind of guy.
1st and 10 Elks from the 15. Hand off on the jet sweep this time. Looks like, I think it's, Colin McCormick. Better pursuit by the Red Devils that time. Looks like minimal gain on that play. We'll give them a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, I don't know why they're trying to go too much to the edge. They had a lot of success just running it up the gut. They're trying to get a little bit too fancy, in my opinion. Just stick with what works. Get this defensive front tired for East Jordan because they're inside and outside is really their strength. But if you can get one of them weak, then you can really take advantage of it.
Yeah, the way they're setting up their offense, with the slot and the flanker, either on the left side or the right side, it seems to be that's what they're sticking with. Kind of like their get from the cow that's giving milk set up for this drive, and for so long they've been able to sustain the drive with that. We'll see what happens here. Trammell going to roll to his left. He's got a man in the flat. Ooh, nice stick by whoever that was.
It looked like there was 2 Devils right
Yeah,
there.
he hang on the ball. I think it was Keegan Keel on the reception. Good job by him to hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and might have gone.
I think that was Garrison Henry who stuck him.
I don't really see a lot of holding calls in high school. Actually, don't know if I even have ever seen one so far, but they might have gotten away with them. That left tackle was really hanging on for dear life.
It all depends on where you're at and who the teams are. I've seen too many holding calls this year.
See, it's funny. I only was seeing false starts and offsides. Those are really my 2 main ones.
Third down. Nice grab by Connor Carlisle, high pointing that ball because that was real close to being overthrown over his head.
Yeah, that was a heck of a job by him, and also a good throw because you put it in the way where only my guy can make a play on that ball.
Wilson in on the tackle for the Red Devils, but not before first down for the Elks. First and goal from inside the 5. We'll call it the 4. Coming down to 7 minutes to go and a half.
Yeah, it's not a lot of throws so far this game. I think that's part of the reason this game is just going by. They're just constantly running the clock. You're not seeing really any incompletions. No one's running out of bounds, staying in bounds, just hard-nosed, classic up north Michigan high school football.
Yeah, absolutely. Just about the end of the first down in Kingsley. As Mason Cannon runs up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Elk Rapids. Mason Cannon from 4 yards out. Make the score 14-6, pending the extra point. I was just getting ready to say down in Kingsley, the Stags lead the Raiders right now, just before the end of the first quarter, 8-6. That'll be a fun game to watch throughout the night.
Yeah, Charlotte Boys definitely got their game cut out for them against a really
well,
good Stags
yeah, very
team.
good Stags team, and Kingsley has a very tough schedule. I think coming in at 2 with 2 losses, and Charlevoix coming in undefeated. My one big takeaway for Charlevoix yesterday on the Next Level show was to stay the course and not do anything stupid. Let's get that last win, see if we can't beat Kingsley and get that home playoff game. Trammell's looking to pass. Can't find anyone. He finally gets, it's tipped. It looks like by the up man from East Jordan. It'll be knocked incomplete.
Yeah, and they like to do that little motion Brady kind of whip route, Brody little whip route. I see that on film in almost every game, and it works out a lot of times for them.
So after no good on the 2-point conversion, the score remains 14-6, East Jordan over Elk Rapids. It's time to get away to your dream destination, Jared. Like many, that means flying into Northern Michigan. Whether you're looking to fly in or out of Northern Michigan this fall, look to fly, then take to the sky with TVC. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your best gateway to the world, offering services from Allegiant, American, Delta, Sun Country, and United Airlines. Visit tvcairport.com for up-to-the-minute flight schedules and to book your next getaway today. Man, that was so cool at the St. Francis game that you ran production for Charles and I to have Mr. Kevin Klein from Cherry Capital Airport to give a halftime interview. It was really cool to discuss with him all the great things that they're doing, not just with the airport in enhancing the services, the parking, and I believe they're adding terminals down there, but what they do co-oping around Northern Michigan to help grow economically in this area.
Yeah, we love seeing the locals supporting locals.
Big kick by Mr. Moore from the Elks. Wilson on return to get about the 29-yard line where the Red Devils will take 1st and 10.
Yeah, he kind of got popped there. Looked like he had a chance of maybe getting to that second level and having another really good return, but just tackled a little bit short. I think he was seeing a lot of green grass in front of him.
Yeah, and Jake Moore's got quite the leg on him. He was able to last week, I think. I don't know if it was windy or not, but it seemed like all of his kicks last week ended up in the end zone.
That's pretty impressive for high school kickers. That's a pretty far kick. It looks a lot easier on TV, but if you ever try out there kicking a ball, you realize it's a bit of an art form.
Here come the Red Devils on 1st and 10. He's got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Quick screen pass out to Wilson. You get to the 30, 35, runs over an Elk, and then stops at about 38-yard line.
They like to get Wilson out in the flats. He's a good playmaker. He can make guys miss, as we've been seeing all year.
Yep.
Last week he had, I think it was about a 65-yard touchdown, hurling a defender on the 10-yard line to get fully into the end zone for 6 points. Got to watch out. It's an extension of the run game for the Devils.
Keegan Keelan on that tackle for the Elks. 2nd and 2. No, hard count by the Red Devils going to get them a first down as you got 2 or 3 Elks coming across the line there.
Yeah, and that's another little underrated thing that East Jordan is able to do. They're always able to, I think every game I've seen them get at least one false start or offsides from the other team. Kind of like an Aaron Rodgers. They just got that snap count dilated down, and very disciplined football team.
Well, yeah, great job as you didn't see you didn't see even wrinkle in any of the uniforms out there. They really held their positions well. Stuff the mark off, 1st and 10. Webb going to look to the right. Going through his progressions. Looked like he was looking for Max Beal. Pass will be incomplete. Be 2nd down.
Yeah, Flutie was all over that. He called that screen, and that's one thing I will say. East Jordan likes to dial up the screens, but as the season's gone on, teams have really honed into their, likeliness of running screens, and there's almost always a defender just lurking right around there because they know Max Beal. He can make a house call off a screen.
Yeah, Braden Flutie here at on the right side linebacker here does a great job of pursuing east and west, and again with his speed, able to run down would-be big plays down the sideline. They had a tight one with Mansalona, I think. They ended up coming with a 1-point win, and he made the tackle that saved the game for him. Webb going to roll it to the right. He's got Beal out in the right flat. Get to the line of scrimmage, and he'll gain a few on that play. Be 3rd down, and we'll give him maybe 4 or 5 yards on that.
Yeah, I really like what Adam Grabowskis is doing, making easy throws for William Webb to their best players, trying to get them downfield. That's pretty much like a 5-yard run there, Eric.
Now, would you think, since you've watched East Jordan, that this could possibly be setting up for something, or are they just, just taking what they're being given right now?
I think right now they're taking what they're being given, but as you saw on their last drive with the big shot downfield for Max Beal, I think he's always looking for plays down the field, Adam Grabowskis, but I like what he's doing right now, just not getting anything too crazy. Keep your lead going strong.
Webb going to roll to his left, going to look pass again. He's got a man out in the flat. He gets to the 50, the 40-yard line. Pushes over Trey Dennis before he runs out of bounds.
Heck of a hard run by Trace Weinkoop.
Yeah, Weinkoop with a hard run at that. And I think the defender thought he was going to run out of bounds and just kind of let up and stood there, and subsequently ended up getting knocked backwards.
The play is not over until you hear that whistle or someone steps out of bounds. It's a wake-up call right there.
Yeah,
the game's
absolutely
going on. The game's live. And I'd also really like to see Trace Weinkoop has gotten more involved in the offense in the last couple weeks, and just another playmaker to add just to give the defense more troubles.
Now, isn't that one you normally call most of the time on defense would be Weinkoop?
Yeah, he's also a really great return special teamer as well.
Webb will keep it on 1st down. He'll get inside the 30-yard line. Give him a gain of about 5 on that play as we get down to 5 minutes to go in a half. Seems like the half's going by pretty quick.
Yeah, kind of like I was saying, there's a lot of runs. You haven't really, and all these passes have been pretty short, easy passes for William Webb, just making his confidence grow that much more as the game goes on. And, this East Jordan team is playing, this is, hoping this is not their last game. They're trying to make a playoff run, so just kind of not showing too much. You want to keep some of those plays for the playoffs in that playbook a little bit, hush-hush, so there's no film on you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we were talking on the Next Level show yesterday that they may be all set for at least a position, but it might be where they end up depending on the winner or the loss tonight. You had Wilson go in motion, then reset for the snap. William Webb will keep it. He's going to lose a couple on this play. Nice job by the Elks, plugging the holes right up front and pushing the QB back for a short loss.
You always got to hone in on Webb when he keeps the ball because he can break tackles. He might as well be a running back, Eric.
Well, and we always talk about dual threat quarterbacks, and probably out of the schools that we cover, he might be the most dangerous as far as dual threat that we cover.
I would like to say so. I mean, if you watch his highlights almost every week, there's a highlight of him breaking about 2 to 3 tackles, whether it's a touchdown or a 15-yard gain. He is essentially a running back.
Yeah, Gaylord St. Mary's may have something to say about that, but again,
That's
it's
true.
but also you've got 8-man versus 11-man, and yeah, he seems to be the real deal as far as dual threat. Nice pass. He'll get at least a first down over on the right side.
Yeah, and that's another thing, William Webb. We just talked about his athleticism, but also he can throw a pretty darn good ball there. Earlier that Max Beal completion, that was a good 25, 30-yard air yards, right on the money.
Yeah,
ball was in a bucket.
He just hit Beal with this one, too.
Yeah, Beal, even though he's that running back, he might be his favorite target on the year, and I see why. The guy's always open.
It's always fun when you can leak a running back out of the backfield and either hit him on a wheel route or have him go deep down the field and be able to hit him with a pass too. Wilson flanked out to the left. Oh, look like we possibly going to get them to jump off again.
East Jordan fans won that flag.
Yeah, well, you could hear it. Beal gets the toss on the left side. He get down to the 20-yard line. Well short of first down. Will be second and long.
But the thing about Max Beal is he might not always break big runs, but the thing is that he tires out defenses. If you look, he's always got his head down. He seeks contact.
Yep.
And defenses, by the end of the game, especially in this cold weather, those hits just hurt a little bit more than they usually do. And I think he's trying to take advantage of that, get these guys out of rhythm.
Keelan Turner with the Elks in on that tackle. Second and 9. Webb will hand it off. Beal up the middle.
Yeah, it looked like that.
I think Brody Turner might have been on this tackle too.
Yeah, it looked like Elk Rapids pretty much was ready for that.
Yeah, again, if it's up the middle, they're starting to figure that middle out maybe a little bit. Zach Cadwell also in on that tackle.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Webb hand that. I think it was a read option. Don't know if he necessarily made the right read there. I think he might have had a lot of room on that right side. Grabowskis is getting the play call for his
Wilson
young team.
Wilson and Penny out to the right.
And they're getting close to where they might be getting close to Maggie Schaefer's field goal range if they can get another 5 to 6
how
yards
big the leg is, right? Oh, nice job to elude the sack by Webb. He'll get possibly to the line of scrimmage. And nothing more. Right there. Fourth down, 4th and 7. Getting up to a minute to go on the half. And for Elk Rapids, all you're trying to do is get into the locker room with the score the way it is right now.
Yeah, they do get ball at half, so definitely a lot to build on if you can get a defensive stop here. But likely East Jordan is going to be going for this. Might be a little bit outside of Maggie Schaefer's range, but hey, 7 yards here.
When you've got all 3 timeouts, I'm surprised that we're unless we're not hiking it real quick, I'm surprised we're not at least burning a timeout to try to set up what we're trying to accomplish here. 4th down. Webb scrambling around, trying to see if he can find anyone. You got Jake Moore, almost gets him. He eludes Jake Moore. Brody Turner gives him a nice hit as Webb tries to throw the ball forward. It'll fall incomplete, and the Elks will take over on downs, 1st and 10. Just nothing doing. Good job by the defensive backs and for Elk Rapids. Nowhere to go for the quarterback, and 40 seconds left. You got to think Elk Rapids maybe try one deep ball and see if you can get anything out of it. Other than that, maybe go into the locker room.
Yeah, that was a great coverage sack there. Defense and the secondary holding up there, letting his boys up front finally get home. But you kind of mentioned, I'm surprised you didn't see a timeout from Elk Rapids. They would have had more like 20 to 25 more seconds on this clock to potentially get downfield and score. I guess pretty comfortable with the fact they get ball at half. Didn't want to maybe make any mistakes on offense and give East Jordan another chance to score.
Well, Trammell's got 4 wide receivers. He's got it complete to the single one on the left. That must be Connor Carlisle who gained a few on that play, as we'll probably get a stop and a timeout right here. Timeout Elk Rapids after the short gain on the play. Make the most of your time in the great outdoors this fall with Power Feed from Edge Attractants. That's Edge Attractants, located right in Ironton, or check them out on Facebook. Edge Attractants, give yourself the edge this fall.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to break that one tackle and make a house call, and he was pretty close. Just didn't wrap up, was a little bit too good there from East Jordan. Curious to see what they're going to do here, whether they just run it off going to halftime. I mean, the lack of timeouts makes you think that was kind of what they were going to do, but opted to throw it, as you said, with that 4 wide receivers.
Yeah, I was just surprised because both teams had so many timeouts that they didn't try to utilize the time a little better. I was going to do another read, but no, both teams are coming out. We will save that for later. 31.6 to go in a half. Looks like we'll get our first look at the spread from the Elks tonight.
And we might get a chance to see the Ollie Trammell arm. See
Yeah,
what he's really
that's right.
capable of here.
He's looking to pass. He's got a man at the first down marker. Can he get out of bounds with Jake Moore on the reception? There is a flag on the play. We'll see if that is the holding you've been looking for all night, Jared.
Yeah, I think it might be on that backfield. That's usually where you'll see
And
that.
there it is, holding against the offense. That'll back him up.
Well, like I said, I did see one a little bit earlier Elk Rapids did get away with, so maybe, East Jordan definitely had to
You
see
willed
one
it
go their
into
way.
existence, apparently.
I guess I did. Sorry to all my Elks fans out there. I promise you, I'm pretty partial, even though, East Jordan is quote-unquote my team and your team is,
Elks,
but
absolutely.
I think we're both here just wanting to watch some good
It's
football.
this season's been fun to watch, fun to travel, fun to hang out with you guys all year. I am one of the elder statesmen on this crew. The young Padawans are doing so good.
Well, we always love a good Star Wars reference,
Hey,
but,
that's right. Do good, we must.
I was trying to be witty with another Yoda joke there, but nothing.
I
could come to
usually
mind
get
real
I usually
quick.
get into my Yoda moment of the night. It's just not time yet.
We're still going to have another second half of October football.
Yeah. Elk Rapids looks like, set up in the spread again. Tremble looking, he's going to try it deep this time. He's going, in traffic. Yeah, nothing doing there. You had 3 defenders intercepted by Max Beal, and he'll get it down inside the 30, inside the 20, and close to the 15-yard line. That was just a bad play altogether. As soon as he released the ball, you had Connor Carlisle out there, but he had 3 defenders on him, and there is basically no chance for him to get that ball.
Yeah, we kind of said, what are we going to see from the arm of Ollie Trammell? That's not exactly what you want to see there. Just with this little bit of time left, there's no need to do something stupid like this, because now I think they definitely are getting close to Maggie range here, and they do have 3 timeouts in 12 seconds to make some magic happen.
Well, and just the ball just kind of a little lofted higher than I would expect to throw from Ollie to be. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 Red Devils, the 15-yard line. Time is winding down in the half. William Webb, he's got Wynkoop right in the middle. Touchdown, Red Devils. Nice find from Webb hitting Wynkoop, coming from the left side, and again taking that post to the middle and ending up wide open with a nice pitch and catch.
Yeah, very impressive there, Webb. Keeping his eyes downfield. It looked like originally that was kind of some sort of designed run. It looked like the linebackers kind of jumped up a little bit, maybe play action there, but Webb throwing a good money ball there. And just what a costly mistake for Elk Rapids.
Yeah, so the turnover cost you 20-6. East Jordan over Elk Rapids, just under 6 seconds to go. Waiting an extra point off the kick of Maggie Schaefer.
And, Max Beal, great credit, because he picked that about the 40-yard line and got that all the way down to about the 10. So, great return.
The kick is up.
And a great extra point. 3 for 3 so
And
far.
no, they're going to wave this one off to the
No.
left. Not so fast, my friend.
Little Lee Corso there.
Yeah,
Huh?
all right.
Wow, I thought she had it from here.
No.
My angles aren't as good, but that looked good for me. But
Yeah, that
well.
Yeah, the angle looked good. It was high enough. Just too far to the left. Again, just under 6 seconds to go. You got to think a kickoff could be possibly the last play of the game unless it's down right away.
Yeah, you still got to be happy with 2 for 3. Even, Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators, they got Sam Wildfong, one of the best high school kickers, and he even misses some here and there.
Yeah.
So it happens to the best of them.
We'll see what East Jordan elects to do for their kickoff. Obviously, they normally just do a short pooch kick, try to place the kick exactly where they want it. There's a kick I saw a couple weeks ago. I don't think it was East Jordan, but looked like they were aiming for a player and basically just bounced it off someone, trying to get the onside kick.
Yeah, you always got to catch them off. Special teams is one of those teams, everyone thinks of offense and defense, but if you can win the special teams, a lot of times that actually is the make or break for winning and losing. Getting extra possessions, blocking punts, all those sort of things. Likely you see a squib kick here, nothing too crazy. I don't think they're going to try and get the extra possession with about 5 seconds left on the clock.
3 minutes to go and a half in Gaylord. Snowbirds 6 and Inland Lakes Bulldogs 0. That's a battle for the Ski Valley title. Kickoff from the Red Devils taken at the 32-yard line. Looks like Braden Flutie on that. He'll get looking to see if there was some type of wall set where he could gain some more yardage, but good pursuit by the Red Devils, and that will end the first half of play here at Boswell Stadium. The score, East Jordan Red Devils 20 and the Elk Rapids Elks 6. We will take a break, and when we come back, we will have the Next Level Broadcasting halftime show. Jared and I will talk about the first half and maybe bring up some second half strategies for each team and see what either team could do. That'll be when we come back from this break. Stay tuned. You are watching Next Level Broadcasting simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net. Next Level Broadcasting, search YouTube and subscribe, and elkrapidsfootball.com. We'll be back in a few. Stay tuned.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Today's game is brought to you by Professional Seamless Gutters, Burnett Foods, The Depot, Jordan Valley Teen Center, Charlevoix State Bank, Inner Structure, Edge Attractants, TVC, Jerry Capital Airport, EJ, East Jordan Plastics Incorporated, and Active Recovery, Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
When it comes to designing your perfect home, everyone deserves a safe, functional, and beautiful home, and the Inner Structure is your source for residential interior design. You can see for yourself at their 319 South Lake Street location here in East Jordan to see why their space planning, kitchen, bath, furnishings, and floor coverings need to go in your next home renovation. Once again, that's Inner Structure, your go-to interior home design located right here in East Jordan. EJ is proud to support East Jordan Athletics here on Next Level Broadcasting, making it easy to stay in touch with your hometown team wherever you are. Compete with heart and play with integrity. EJ is the leader in the design, manufacture, and distribution of access solutions for water, sewer, drainage, telecommunication, and utility networks worldwide. Driven by unparalleled customer service, exceptional solutions, global expertise, and local understanding. That's EJ, a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our Northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods, with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
The Depot Jordan Valley Teen Center of East Jordan provides a safe place to be and a path to become for 6th to 12th grade teens. With after-school programming 4 days a week and our new Becoming You homeschool support program 3 days a week, we are always looking for passionate people to join our Depot volunteer family. Simply visit ejdepot.org/volunteer to discover how you can make a difference in the lives of our teens. The Depot Jordan Valley Teen Center of East Jordan provides a safe place to be and a path to become for 6th through 12th grade teens with after-school programming 3 days a week with a hot, nutritious meal. On Thursdays after school, the Depot provides life skill classes like cooking, art, and career readiness. And new this year is Becoming You, a program for homeschool students that provides a structured environment, tutoring, and a healthy lunch. For more info on all of our programs, please visit ejdepot.org.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Midlake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
When it comes to designing your perfect home, everyone deserves a safe, functional, and beautiful home, and the Inner Structure is your source for residential interior design. You can see for yourself at their 319 South Lake Street location here in East Jordan to see why their space planning, kitchen, bath, furnishings, and floor coverings need to go in your next home renovation. Once again, that's Inner Structure, your go-to interior home design located right here in East Jordan.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Today's game is brought to you by Professional Seamless Gutters, Burnett Foods, The Depot, Jordan Valley Teen Center, Charlevoix State Bank, Inner Structure, Edge Attractants, TVC, Cherry Capital Airport, EJ, East Jordan Plastics Incorporated, and Active Recovery, Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
The Depot Jordan Valley Teen Center of East Jordan provides a safe place to be and a path to become for 6th to 12th grade teens. With after-school programming 4 days a week and our new Becoming You homeschool support program 3 days a week, we are always looking for passionate people to join our Depot volunteer family. Simply visit ejdepot.org/volunteer to discover how you can make a difference in the lives of our teens.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
EJ is proud to support East Jordan Athletics here on Next Level Broadcasting, making it easy to stay in touch with your hometown team wherever you are. Compete with heart and play with integrity. EJ is the leader in the design, manufacture, and distribution of access solutions for water, sewer, drainage, telecommunication, and utility networks worldwide. driven by unparalleled customer service, exceptional solutions, global expertise, and local understanding. That's EJ, a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
The Depot Jordan Valley Teen Center of East Jordan provides a safe place to be and a path to become for 6th through 12th grade teens with after-school programming 3 days a week with a hot, nutritious meal. On Thursdays after school, the Depot provides life skill classes like cooking, art, and career readiness. And new this year is Becoming You, a program for homeschool students that provides a structured environment, tutoring, and a healthy lunch. For more info on all of our programs, please visit ejdepot.org.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Welcome back to Boswell Stadium here on the campus East Jordan High School. It is halftime. 20-6, Red Devils lead over the Elk Rapids Elks. Thank you for joining us once again. Eric Huffman and Jared Stamen up here in the press box this week. And Jared, let's talk about the first half for a minute. Obviously with the way the score is, kind of East Jordan's game, they've kind of had their way for the most part. Elk Rapids have had couple of decent drives, but miscues have really been the killer for Elk Rapids so far tonight.
Yeah, to end the half, that was just, I don't want to be kind of that guy, but very questionable coaching decision. East Jordan's down there in the red zone.
It's all right, be that guy.
4th and 7. They let the clock just wind down, and you think, if you're Elk Rapids, you want to call a timeout because if they score, you want the ball back with as much time as possible, and if they don't score, you want that time to go down the field. Well, they don't call a timeout, and what happens? East Jordan doesn't get it. They get the ball back with about 40 seconds left to go. You're thinking, okay, you get the ball at half. You're only down one score. Well, maybe we'll try one or two throws, see what we do. They try a throw, get about 5 yards. Next time they get a first down, but it gets called back. 2nd and 15. And then they said, let's just air it out. And Ollie Trammell throws it into triple coverage, and Max Beal picks it off, runs it back to about the 10-yard line. And East Jordan scores with about 12 seconds left before the half. And that's why you got a 20-6 lead. It should be 14-6.
It should be at least that, and it could be a lot closer. You had on the opening kickoff, you had East Jordan have a nice return by Brady Wilson getting on the 30-yard line, but they weren't able to do anything with that. But then, so you're thinking, okay, Elk Rapids did a good job on defense, and then their first two offensive possessions ended with they had fumbles on there with exchanges from the quarterback. And so, which is uncanny of them. And like I said during the first half, those exchanges, those are issues that we haven't seen throughout this season. So that was a new wrinkle to have to try to deal with. And you just took them, looked like most of the first half to settle into their game. They started doing some nice things on that one drive. They're starting to start hitting their passes, getting some nice runs, especially from Mason Cannon.
Oh, yeah.
But again, you talked about the end of the half with that untimely turnover, giving up that one-play score to East Jordan just before halftime.
Yeah, because even though it was, they had 2 touchdowns, one of those was off that fumble. William Webb scooped it up and scored for the first touchdown of the game. And so, we really held this pretty high-powered East Jordan offense to only 7 points in that first half, and then you get them some momentum. That pick by Max Beal runs it back. It's just this little coaches' decisions like that. I really question it because this game should be one possession, and if anything, this game could be 7-6 without that fumble.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you a quick update down in Kingsley. Stags all over the Raiders right now, 23-6. They're just outside of a minute before their halftime down there.
Oh, those Stags. Charlevoix is undefeated for a reason, but this has really been the test of their season against Kingsley. And, Kingsley dropped 2 at home so far this year, one at Traverse City, St. Francis on the other one. I know someone said the name of school I was a little more not as familiar with. But either way, they dropped 2 at home. They were not about to drop 3. I mean, we still got a second half to play, but I think the Stags are playing with a lot more than playoff hopes. They're playing with pride, not trying to lose 3 at Rhodes Field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, and they're a product of their schedule. Obviously, they schedule tough, and with coming in that game with 2 losses, but yet looking like the better of the 2 teams. And again, I've said this how many times this year? You're only as good as your schedule, right?
Oh yeah, Eric. I think almost every stream at some point I quote Eric Hoffman. You're only as good as
Don't
your
do too
schedule.
many of those.
Oh, I don't know, Eric. I don't think you're as bad as you may think.
Oh, young Padawan. Wise you are.
I believe that Snowbirds game, is that still tied at Inland Lakes? Did we
I
talk about
believe
that one?
no, it was 8-6. I believe
8-6.
Inland Lakes had taken an 8-6 lead over that, and I think they might be at halftime.
I believe so.
Right now, so yeah, so you're wondering about Kingsley's 2 losses earlier. Is that what you're looking for? St. Francis
Yes.
and the very much improved this year Gaylord
That's
Blue
who it was,
Devils.
okay.
Yeah,
I am familiar with Gaylord. Okay, I won't pretend I'm not, but those are 2 quality losses. I think you could say. You're not going to be upset by those games. And the Traverse City St. Francis game, for those who didn't watch, actually they had that game in hand. They scored a touchdown to make it 20-21. They were down 1 point. They were going to go for 2 points. That starts on the 3-yard line. Traverse City jumps off side, so they only have a yard and a half for a win essentially. And the Gladiators stopped them to hang on to that win right there. So, that's a loss where they were that close to winning.
There are some school records out there for this football season that really could be different because of miscues, turnovers, even injuries. And I'll say injuries because the game you and I did here with East Jordan and Kalkaska, we pretty much walked into the stadium knowing East Jordan was going to run roughshod over the Blazers, and Kalkaska ended up walking away with a win. But you were also missing Weinkoop and Max Beal for that game.
Yeah. And, Max Beal, as the season's gone on, he's progressively gotten healthier. He only did miss 1 full game, but he just wasn't himself. You could see it in his play. But he's looking a lot better in these games, and looks like we're getting close to kickoff here, Eric.
Absolutely. It's time to get this second half underway. Again, 20-6, East Jordan. Elk Rapids take kickoff to start the second half. Hand is up, waiting for the signal, and away we go. There, another squib kick looking in. They may have pulled it off this time. Let's see. They had 3 people up there when they knocked the ball. You had the lead back or the lead person come up there and they get it, and they will get possession of it. Wow. 1st and 10 Red Devils on what I will just call an onside kick. Nice reception on that kick by Curtis Crawford.
Yeah, they practice this all the time. You see it almost every game. They give it a shot. Successful in week 1 against Manistee, and kind of poetic the next time it's successful.
And it just hurt to start your second half that way if you're Elk Rapids, because you're coming out thinking about what you're going to do on your first drive down the field, and now you've got to send your first team defense back out.
Yeah, it's just momentum clearly favoring the Red Devils in this game.
So East Jordan on first down. Fumble on the snap there. William Webb will keep that after he picks it up, and he'll get possibly back to the original line of scrimmage. Looked like that was just a little worm burner dribbler that came out of the center's hands.
Yeah, and also, Eric, it's kind of interesting. I was watching, right where we are, we have a perfect line, at least where I am, right down the line shot on the line of scrimmage, and the center was holding the ball by the tip. It was just a really odd way that
Yeah,
he
you
was
get some of
holding
those
it.
that'll grasp it from the top and then just kind of almost, I don't want to call it like a lever, almost like, they kind of just swing it up there with their arm.
Yeah, I am personally not a fan of that, and I hope that they don't see that again. Well, he's lining up in that same formation again, so he's very clearly comfortable with it. But another
bad snap there. William Webb will pick it up off the turf once again. He'll elude one tackler, roll to his left, looking to see if anybody's open. And, I mentioned, almost, Braden Flutie almost knocks him down, and then his buddies come up to finish off William Webb. He'll get a short loss on that play. We'll give him a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and long.
And that's kind of one of the little underrated things that's really been hurting the Red Devils. It's just the lack of good snaps. I mean, William Webb is constantly having to adjust for low and high snaps, and that just is another thing you don't want your quarterback to be thinking about. You just want that ball right in his hand so he can be decisive, throw it to where he needs to go, run off if he needs to, and the lack of good snaps has really hurt.
Well, here's one you don't call every day. Webb's going to send quads out to the right side.
Oh, look at that.
And we're going to get a timeout, East Jordan. I don't know if that setup was quite the one that they were looking for, so we'll get a quick timeout. We're going to take a quick break ourselves as Jared's got commercials to run for us. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
And welcome back. We're glad to have you. Eric Huffman and Jared Stayman in the booth. Thank you for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting. East Jordan and Elk Rapids getting it on here at Boswell Stadium, 20-6. East Jordan leads 10-26 left to go in the third.
And for those just joining us, East Jordan got an onside kick to start the half, which is why they do have the ball.
Fake the pitch by Webb. Almost gets sacked, and he will get sacked. Probably good decision just to hang on to that ball and take the loss. Good job by the defense with your Mike back, possibly running through and getting that tackle, which was 55 Gatlin Zawara.
Yeah, they just got in the backfield right away, and William Webb trying to make some magic happen, but the only thing he's doing is making his punt just a little bit harder.
Yeah, and that was just a good idea of just hang on to that ball and let's live for another possession.
Yes, you do not want to see a fumble go in the other direction like Elk Rapids did, because that would be Uncle Momentum be swinging back onto the Elk side if that would have been the case.
I'd be really curious to see how slippery that turf is out there with that bit of condensation that we had before the game started. As we've got kind of a kick to the side on the punt there, it does get past the 50, but it'll be down at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10, Elk Rapids. Good chance for them to get a nice sustained drive with not being pinned so far back.
Yeah, both teams not having the best punts so far. I think we probably collectively have gone about 40 yards in the two punts we've seen. Kind of like you said, I wonder if the ball is maybe a little bit slicker. It's been raining the last couple of days. That field might be a little bit marshier. Just little things that throw you off when you're out there on the field.
So the Elks on 1st and 10 with the double wing. They'll send one flanker to the left. Braden Flute's going to try the right side. Tried to go back in the other direction, but the East Jordan Red Devils are sitting right there. Oh, has it got a fumble on the play, too? Let's see what the officials are looking to do. And it is a fumble and recovered by the Red Devils. Yet another turnover by the Elks, giving the Red Devils great field position.
Well, that is just a big bummer. I was about to just say Elk Rapids going to be pretty happy to not let East Jordan get any points off that onside kick. And then they just give it up right away, Eric.
Yeah, you know, it's something I don't know if they're going to, after this game, if they'll talk about, obviously, it doesn't, you know, the playoffs aren't in for Elk Rapids this year, but it's one of those things, if you have your last team meeting or whatnot, they talk about the issues that they've had tonight with hanging on to the ball.
Yeah, is that 3 so far tonight, Eric? Or is it just the 2?
Might be just the 2. Webb's going to swing it out quick to the flat. He's got Wilson. He gets 5 yards, flag on the play.
Yeah, I believe that is on for East Jordan. I believe that is Hunter Whiteford. He got a little bit of a hold on the edge, but we'll see what the official call here is.
We wait for the call here.
Looks like East Jordan's backing up, so.
And Jared's favorite call, holding.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Eric, I have not seen a lot so far this year, and well, now I've got 2. So I think I just got to keep my big old trap shut.
Apparently, asking you shall receive.
Yes. It's gonna back them up 5 yards. Nothing. Oh, actually 10 yards. Excuse me. Well, if you're Elk Rapids, your defense is set up for another potential 3 and out here, given you're bailing out your offense potentially again. You know, we're not going to call it too soon, but good start so far.
So on 1st and 20, Max Beal, he's going to get at least 10 yards out of it and more. He's got a first down. He's down inside the 20-yard line. Nice job by the blocking, and pretty much Beal able to get ahead of steam and not touch till he got to the second level.
He put on the jets there, Eric. I don't know if you could really see it, but he just hit that next level speed. I thought he was about to make it all the way into.
Yeah,
the
I was
end
ready.
zone.
I was getting ready to count him down for the score. Elks got him short of the goal line. First and 10 from the 15.
Yeah, but when Max Beal's doing good, East Jordan's doing good. If there was box scores in high school, if you saw, oh, Max Beal's having a good game, you can almost immediately assume East Jordan is winning games. He is that impactful for the offense.
All the Red Devils looking at their Charles Strail authenticated armbands.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, you got to give him credit there. You know, you could say that's a next level adjustment.
That's a
for
next
him.
level. That's a next level armband right there. Yeah, the QB's going to keep it this time. He's down to the 15-yard line, gets wrapped up and then shoved back. Looks like Zawara in on that tackle again.
Even though he basically got back to the line of scrimmage,
Yeah.
Webb is just so hard to take down. I mean, he almost always breaks one.
No, and with all
tackle.
that effort, you'd think they're going to gain more yards on that. But, yeah, no gain on the play.
Yeah, Webb just always, you can just tell he plays with a lot of heart. And, you know, he's a junior, so we're going to see another year of development for him. And next year, I know he's going to have big aspirations.
Well, that'll be for both teams, too, because you've got Trammell for the Elks is only a sophomore, and the Elks are so sophomore loaded and so much youth within their program. These two are going to have some nice battles for years to come.
That's for sure. And they do what I like to call the Webb cluster, a little bunch in the backfield.
Looks like we will get a timeout by East Jordan, so we'll take a timeout ourselves and be right back. You're watching Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and also on elkrapidsfootball.com. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
The Depot Jordan Valley Teen Center of East Jordan provides a safe place to be and a path to become for 6th through 12th grade teens with after-school programming 3 days a week with a hot, nutritious meal. On Thursdays after school, the Depot provides life skill classes like cooking, art, and career readiness. And new this year is Becoming You, a program for homeschool students that provides a structured environment, tutoring, and a healthy lunch. For more info on all of our programs, please visit ejdepot.org.
Second down for the Red Devils. Coming out of the timeout, 7:04 left to go in the third. Wilson in motion. He'll hit the second one coming back across, which is Max Beal. Nice job by Elk Rapids. Hit him behind the line of scrimmage. Short loss on the play.
Yeah, not the direction you want to be going. This East Jordan offense, other than that Max Beal run in the second half, looked a little, I would say, disappointing for the expectations they'd have. But you got to give credit to the Elks defense. They've been pretty stout all year long.
54, Traven Malbuff. The Elk in on that tackle.
I'm glad you said that name, not me, Eric.
Malbuff. So I had called it probably 6-7 times last week. I had Grandma on the YouTube chat line talking him up last week. Webb's pass complete the wine coop. Short gain on that play. Be fourth down, obviously in a position to still go for it, I would think. I don't think you're going to pull Miss Schaefer out here to try for a field goal. You probably 4th and 7. Why not?
Yeah, you almost wonder if, I mean, I don't know if any school had ever done this, Eric, but just kind of throwing this out here. If you had a really good punter, if you could really try and just nail that punt, then the side, like off
Yeah,
the,
you're right.
just
Try
get
to
him
angle
out
it
the
right at the
1
goal line,
yard
yeah.
line and maybe go for a safety, something crazy, but maybe that's a little bit too advanced for high school.
East Jordan on 4th down. He's looking, eludes Mason Cannon from being sacked. Pass is off. Oh, nice job by the receiver to jump up and try to high point that ball, but not in the right position for it to hit him in the hands. A pass will fall incomplete, and the Elks will take over 1st and 10. No harm, no foul.
No, William Webb just does whatever it takes to get that ball out of there. I mean, I want to know his snap time to throw because there's been a couple where he's been dancing back there for a good 5 to 6 seconds.
Brothers Tree Service has been providing exceptional service in Northern Michigan since 2005, and this year they're celebrating 20 years of tree and plant care. So the next time you are in need of a tree, see what Brothers Tree Service can do for you online at brotherstreeservice.net. 5:36 left to go in the third. Elks on first down. Flutie in motion. And flag on a play. Probably usually a procedure when that happens. And, yeah, false start on the offense. We'll back them up 5.
Yeah, they're just been biting themselves in the foot a little bit in this game, Eric. Just little mistakes like that go a long way in hurting you.
Well, yeah, especially when you're trying to start your drive and you're going backwards.
Yeah, because this is now going to make it – they're going to be back there near – what's that? Their 10-yard line? They got 90 yards to go.
I think they're on the 7 right now.
Oh, yeah, officially the 7. It's 93 yards to the house. They got quite the trek in front of them.
Well, and again, it's just the mistakes that have happened that have kept you out of this game because it honestly should be closer than the 20-6 score. Look like Mason Cannon on the carry.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Eric. You've held this East Jordan offense to essentially only 1 touchdown. You'd be thinking that's pretty good, but just mistakes, the pick near the end of the half, and to start the game, the fumble, really, really hurting them. It's more Elk Rapids hurting themselves than East Jordan necessarily.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I look like Beal was in on that tackle. It'll be no gain on the play, 2nd down and 15. Two to the left and 1 to the right. Trammell looking. You had Trey Dennis there wide open, but the timing on that left the defender coming to the ball and almost sliding in front and getting that interception.
Yeah, Eric. He had his guy open, but he had him open early. Didn't see him until a little bit later, tried to force it there. Honestly, I got to say lucky that ball was not intercepted.
Yeah, and that's one of those between now and next season when they're working on their 7-on-7s or doing their summertime practices and whatnot. That's all about timing.
Yes.
Maybe if you know what his route's going to be, you're going to let that ball release as he's coming out of his route instead of having him have to stand there and wait for it for a couple seconds.
Yeah, throwing with anticipation is an elite quarterback trait that you'd love to see Ollie Trammell develop in his next 2 years.
3rd down. East Jordan got to send the house to him, and they will hold on to Trammell, and they will sack him for a loss inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, this is going to be really a tough punt. He's going to be punting in the back of his end zone. And just the whole crew. I mean, I don't even know if you could name one East Jordan defender there because it was pretty much the whole up defensive line just shot there in the backfield.
Looks like we got an official timeout. Looks like they're going to send one off. Look like a little hobbled, so they'll give him at least a play off, maybe get him checked out by the trainers real quick. Look like Zach Cadwell, the Elk that they sent off for a play. Wind the clock back up, and away we go again. 4:30 left to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, and Beal standing at their own, or the Elk 43-yard line.
Yeah, can Carlisle get a good foot on this one?
Best punt we've seen so far.
He gets it at the 30 on a running start down to the 15 and dives inside the 15, about 13-yard line where the Red Devils can have excellent field position to start this very short drive.
And again, what's hurting the Elks themselves? I mean, East Jordan is set up here at the 14.
Well, it seems like we played most of this 3rd on this side of the 50.
Yeah, Eric, I think you actually – I don't even know if we actually passed that 50-yard line now that you say that. I've been tuned into the left side of the field this whole half.
So now here come the Red Devils on 1st and 10. Webb going to hand it off to Beal. Go up the middle, spin around one tackler, and then brought down by a whole herd of Elks. Traven Malbuff in on their first.
And I think they're going to their game plan here for the Red Devils is just running the ball, just tiring out this defense. If they can get one more score, they're going to make one heck of a hill for the Elks to climb up if they want to get back in here.
Well, yeah, you've got to have sustained drives, and when you've got basically the whole length of the football field to go, you've got to hit some big plays, or you're going to wear yourself down having to march 80, 90 yards down the field every time with a sustained running game. Still 8-6, and then Lakes over Gaylord St. Mary's in the 3rd.
Another low snap there, Eric. And that's kind of, a little bit of the same thing with East Jordan. They're shooting themselves in the foot, too. I mean, they're helping out this Elk defense.
Well, yeah, I've tried to play positive for Elk Rapids and say this game should be closer than it is on the scoreboard. But at the same time, East Jordan with their miscues could have more points on the board also.
Yeah, it's one of those things when you're winning, people don't really care how you're winning.
Hey, as long as you got more points.
And I think we're kind of in that conversation there too. Not
I say that, but coming from a coaching standpoint, you can win ugly and have one of your harder practices the day after a win than after a loss, depending on what you look like.
Oh, I'm sure you can, Eric. I got to say, I don't know if I would really love you as a coach the next day. I think you'd be working
well, that's
my butt
the thing.
off.
When I coached the girls, the girls loved me. It was the boys that were intimidated.
Honestly, doesn't surprise me.
As Webb's going to get sacked. Jake Moore going to tackle him down behind the line of scrimmage for a short loss. Yeah, the girls, when I coached basketball, they understood who I was and what we were trying to accomplish. The boys not being a part of that were afraid to even ask me for a piece of candy.
I got to say, my sister, out of my siblings, got to be the toughest cookie in the family. I got to give those credit. Those girls, they're hard-nosed. They don't really take crap from no one.
Down under 2 minutes ago on a third now. 4th and 15 for the Red Devils. See what William Webb will dial up for the 4th and 15 play as they're setting up in the spread.
Yeah, I got to watch out for that number 4 if you're Elk Rapids.
Well, I think all 4 of those receivers are deadly. The ball is up by Webb. He was looking for Brady Wilson, but he hadn't even come out of his route yet. That ball will fall incomplete, and Elk Rapids will take over once again. Another good job by the defense holding East Jordan scoreless on a short field.
Yeah, they started at their own 14-yard line and landed actually up on the 19, so the defense kind of gained yards for the offense in a weird way.
Can't turn these pages with my gloves on. There we go.
Elks got to get points here. Third quarter is winding down, and their defense just can't rely on them for the rest of the game. Offense has got to show up here on this drive.
Trammell handed off. Mason Cannon bounces off one tackler, met by a couple other Red Devils, where he's dropped at a 25-yard line. Nice chunk play on first down, be second and short. Need to enhance your brand? Sky Media 45 combines excellent photography with post-production to create stunning video and image content. Showcase your community event or business with our expert aerial solutions. We're ready to fly for you. Visit us at skymedia45.com. Tom Clementson and crew do a very great job with their drone footage, as we've gotten some nice footage here at Boswell Stadium as well as Thurlby Field.
And they just held a quick little timeout. Trace Weinkoop going over the sideline, grabbing his right ankle.
Oh, yeah. Second and 4 for the Elks. The pass out to Henry Veith out on the flat. He gets past 30-yard line, 35, and 1st and 10. Elks tackled about the 37-yard line. Nice run after the catch by Mr. Veith.
Yeah, that's a great block there by Braden Flutie, helping his guy get a couple more yards.
Yeah, absolutely. And when they set and execute their plays right, their receivers do a good job of setting up some blocks to get some extra yardage down the field.
And that's a way to become the coach's favorite right there, is to block.
Yes, sir. Out of bounds stops the clock, 51 seconds.
Notable wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown, known for his ability to block on the edge as well. Wonder if he's inspired any of these young wide receivers.
It makes you wonder,
harder.
As the Lions as a whole do a great job of blocking downfield. Brody Turner on to carry up the middle. He'll get to the 40-yard line. Thomas Mayhew, Red Devil in on the tackle.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's taken us this long to specifically call his name. He's been in a couple of those group plays, but just one of those impact players on the defensive and offensive line for the Red Devils.
Gotcha, yeah. Probably the last play of the quarter. Barring out of bounds, timeout, injury, penalty. Veith in motion. Trammell's going to keep it. He'll get it to Veith. hit right as he receives it, and form tackled backwards. Nice grab and tackle. I think that was William Webb
It
on
sure
that.
was
And
William
the
Webb.
way he was brought down, though, looks like he either lost, got the wind knocked out of him, or some type of injury, as that will be the last play of the quarter. So after 3 quarters to play, the score, East Jordan 20 and Elk Rapids 6. We will take a break and be back for the start of the 4th. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net, Next Level Broadcasting on YouTube, and also on elkrapidsfootball.com. We'll be right back.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome back to East Jordan High School, Boswell Stadium. Eric Huffman and Jared Stamen bringing you the action here. East Jordan versus Elk Rapids, 20-6, Red Devils lead. Henry Veith able to get up and walk off under his own power. Not sure quite what the injury was. We were hoping it was wind knocked out of him and not something more serious. Again, he was able to get up and walk off under his own power. Hope he is okay as he is getting checked out.
Well, Eric, this is the first time we're going to see the right side of the field in the second
Yes,
half.
hey, we'll take it.
It only took a flipping of the field
Well,
for that to happen.
but the only thing is we need Elk Rapids to sustain a drive and bring us back down to the left side of the field.
We sure do.
So we can see some more action back down there and get Elk Rapids put some more points on the board.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this drive, Eric. I think they're going to convert this 3rd down.
On 3rd down, nothing doing on 3rd down. Trammell's looking like he was going to pass, but then you had Brandon Caldwell come in and wrap him up and drive him down for a loss.
Wow. Well, looks like I spoke a little bit too soon. The defensive line for East Jordan is just playing their hearts out. They know what's on the line. A loss here, they likely will still make the playoffs, but home field might be a bit more of a
Well,
toss-up.
and this is something I brought up with Elk Rapids a lot this year. Or I guess any quarterback for that matter, you take too much time looking, and a lot of times you're leaking somebody through that defensive line, and all of a sudden you got a loss on the play. As we now have a flag on the play, a legal substitution by the Elks. It looks like, so we'll mark them back a little bit further for this 4th down.
And I don't know, you can see it on the broadcast. Looks like there's a little bit of rain falling down
Oh,
now.
yeah, I can see it in the lights right now. So, yeah, definitely going to hamper some things. Enhance the issues that we've already seen so far tonight.
And it's going to actually help out East Jordan's offense a little bit, just knowing that they can just keep that ball chugging along on the ground.
Connor Carlisle going to field the punt from the floor and get rid of it. Taken at the 43-yard line, past the 50 to the 40-yard line is Max Beal, run out of bounds. We'll give it to him at the 39, 1st and 10 for the Red Devils, and a flag post play. Let's see what we're going to get here. Are we going to get a unsportsmanlike or an unnecessary that we missed on that, Jared?
I'm not sure, Eric. I didn't see anything I could notice right away, but they got 5 zebras out there, so got more eyes on the field than we.
Well, if we know one thing, they're going to come and have a meeting of the minds, and they'll definitely make the right call, right?
Yeah, refs have been pretty good so
Personal
far.
foul.
On the receiving team.
That'll march them back a little bit. Block on the back.
Well, right, yeah, it's funny how they kind of call it a personal foul. I thought it was maybe in high school they call it a little bit differently than the NFL, but how those other scores look?
Yeah, I'm
Eric?
trying to get you some more updates right now as we are ahead of these other 2 games right now because a lot of this game, we've seen some plays in the air, but a lot of this game's been played on the ground. In the Lake, starting to take over in the third, is now 20-6. Bulldogs over the St. Mary Snowbirds. In the Lake's coming in undefeated. You just kind of knew they were the team coming into this game, and could St. Mary's withstand the Bulldogs' attack, who had only given up 14 points the whole season. We were talking about that in the Next Level show yesterday.
Yeah, that was an unreal stat. My jaw did actually drop when I heard that.
Oh, high snap. Be a fumble on there. William Webb will fall on it and keep possession for the Red Devils, but nonetheless, big loss on the play.
And these are things that you have to get right before the playoffs.
Well, and we were just watching down here before the change of possession. You did have the center down here working on a couple of snaps. So the fact that you still were having issues, now you've got with both teams having issues with the snaps throughout part of the game.
Yeah, and those are just the types of things that you'd like, the procedural things you would like to get those ironed out as quickly as possible. Because if you start making mistakes like that in the playoffs, there's going to be teams that are ready for you. But actually, it looks like I see a flag on the far side of the field.
Oh, yeah.
Did not catch that earlier. But the penalty was ultimately declined.
Yep. Just under 10 minutes to go down in Kingsley. The Stags are starting to run away from the Charlevoix Raiders. It is 30-6, Kingsley over Charlevoix.
Wow, those Stags, they know how to put up some points there, don't they?
Yes, sir. Second and extra long. Webb gets it out to Wilson out on the left flat, who gained about 4 or 5 yards on the play for he's knocked down by Gatlin Zawara.
Man, the rain just seeming to start to slowly pick up and pick up.
Yeah, this will be our second game in a row getting some rain as with that East Jordan Harbor Springs game. We had quite the second half of weather.
Yeah, Eric, something about, I guess you and me, they don't really want
No, the weather doesn't like us. Like I said, I almost pulled a Mary Poppins and I was hanging on to the tent, making sure we didn't fly off the top of the press box.
Every time you say that, that visual just...
Could you imagine? Yeah.
Nothing makes me laugh more than that.
William Webb on third down, he's going to roll to the right. He had Jake Moore all in his face. He still gets a pass away. There's nobody there. He just looked like he was just trying to get it to in the vicinity of a receiver. Incomplete fourth down.
And honestly, somewhat of a heads-up play. You don't want to take another 10-yard loss and give the Elks better field position. So better to just try and chuck that ball away and live to fight another down.
Well, real quick, Jared, there is a state championship being determined tomorrow. As at 7:30, you'll have the pregame for Michigan at Michigan State. Who you got?
You know, Michigan is the better team, but honestly, I'm going to say the Spartans. I really think Jonathan Smith is going to get his guys ready for this game. It's pretty much saving his job as we see another flag on the play here.
I have no idea what the explanation is, so we're going to get a false start. But he was really giving an explanation over the sidelines on what's going on. So he marked procedure, but I wasn't sure if there was too many men or something like that. I'm not sure. Either way, 5 yards back. It won't change play call.
No, probably not here,
so my take on that. During the Next Level show yesterday, you saw me wearing a Michigan State hat and coat, but I believe the Wolverines will pull this one off.
Yeah, they should pull it off, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I like me Spartans in this matchup.
Punt lands just past the 50. It'll roll and trickle past the 40 where it's down by the Red Devils. Elk Rapids will take off at the 39-yard line. Come into Pearls and experience a taste of Louisiana right in the heart of northern Michigan. Located in Elk Rapids is Pearls Louisiana Kitchen, where an infusion of flavor awaits you. That's Pearls Louisiana Kitchen, a proud sponsor of Elk Rapids football on Next Level Broadcasting. Pearls is also a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game this year, providing a $10 off gift card during their next meal at Pearls.
I would want to play extra hard for that Player of the Game.
Absolutely. I got to get my butt back down to Pearls.
I've yet to go there, but I only hear spectacular things.
And part of it is on me because growing up in Harbor and Petoskey, I always thought about the restaurants and stuff in that area. And after I moved to Charlevoix, I had to start getting used of traveling south to go venture and see new things. Elk Rapids, Traverse City, Bel Air, all that, Chain of Lakes area and whatnot. So, yes, I actually enjoy Pearls, and I got to get back down there.
Well, Eric, there's actually a penalty on that play on East Jordan, which was accepted. Was going to re-punt 10 yards back.
But Connor Carlisle will take it at the 48-yard line, and shove backward. I don't know if they'll give them momentum or if they'll say he tried to keep possession. Yeah, they'll take him back to their own side of the 50 and the 48-yard line. Well, they'll take it 1st and 10. Just under 9.5 to go.
Yeah, just, we didn't see it up here in the booth. We got a little bit hungry talking about Pearl's
absolutely.
Kitchen.
Hey, when you're talking about food, man.
That's one thing that this next level team does love. We all love us some good
Yeah,
food.
I stopped over to the team meeting today as Charles was giving you guys some pizza for lunch.
Oh, yeah. Another shout out to another one of our sponsors, BC Pizza.
Yeah, man.
Best pizza I think I might have ever had.
Best gluten-free that I've been able to find. Handoff to Brody Turner. No going as he's met right there at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they're trying. The run game was looking pretty good for them in the first half. Mason Cannon especially getting down the field. And second half's been a different story. I wonder if the rain's played a little bit of a part. I'm sure it's pretty darn cold down there. I mean, I'm already cold up here in this booth with the windows closed. Can't imagine being out there with the freezing rain on them.
Yeah, I mean, I am in the comfort of the press box wearing a heated vest.
Yeah, Eric, it might sound kind of lame,
nice
but I can
knit
use
hat.
one right now.
Yeah. You're wishing you had my gloves right now.
Oh, I sure
And
am.
Trammell going to roll to the left. He's going to get through a couple of Red Devil tacklers. He'll end up keeping it and end up gaining a couple. Nice scramble and hard run by the QB. Be 3rd and long still.
Yeah, taking off like William Webb there. That's what he looked like. You kind of said he had the dual threat ability. Hadn't seen it much in this game, and even though it was a modest gain of 2 yards, it's a pretty hard-fought 2 yards, and you like to see that from your young quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, only a sophomore. It's only going to get better, and there are a load of sophomores on this Elk Rapids team. As I'm looking at the East Jordan roster here up in our window here, and there's quite a few sophomores on that roster as well, including the kicker.
Oh, yeah, and as you said as well, I'm pretty sure JV, the Elk Rapids JV team, is it still are they still undefeated?
I believe so. I mean, they've got a real good youth movement going on. I've had the middle school coach, Liberty Provost, in the booth for a couple of broadcasts too, and the middle school program doing well too. So yeah, youth looking good in Elk Rapids. Trammell gets the swing pass outside to the right side to Keegan Keel. He might get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll be it.
Yeah, they're going to call that no gain there. And I just think at this point in the game, you got about under 7:30 left. They got to go for this. Essentially, is kind of what I'm getting to.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's nothing. There's at this point, especially for Elk Rapids, there's not much to play for. So why wouldn't you just try and see if you can't get it? There's no sense in just trying to live for the next possession. You've got basically 7:10 left to go in your season.
Right, and open up the playbook. Trammell threw the pick earlier, but I'd say let him rip it again. We know he can throw a frozen rope.
Yep, and Trey Dennis here on the left side is very able to catch. I've watched him catch and have some nice yak yards as they're going to try to get it to Dennis over the top of 2 defenders, and he huffed. Um, 10, 20, 30, let's give him about 33 yards on the pass play there. Nice pitch and catch from QB to Trey Dennis.
Wow, that is the definition of a great throw and a great catch. You could see Ollie Trammell there in the pocket. He looks right to try and ward off a safety, but it didn't matter. He was double-teamed, but he still trusted his guy there, threw the ball in a beautiful spot. He was able to high-point it, bring it in, keep the drive going.
Sure hands in bad weather and being double-teamed at the same time.
Yeah, looking like a Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase out there.
There you go. Keegan Keel going to be in motion. Looks like they'll hit him in the flat. Does he got a lead blocker of Flutie? Yes, he does. Defender gets by Flutie, ends up being the defender to wrap him up and bring him down. He's close to another first down, though.
Yeah, and Eric, would I be right thinking that Flutie's kind of that guy that they look at in the red zone?
Flutie is probably my Mr. Everything if I am a member of the Elk Rapids staff.
I would agree with that from what I've seen, and especially in the red zone. He's pretty quick and nifty.
You know what?
In his hands.
What I haven't seen from playing press box quarterback is with Flutie being used to be the quarterback as Trammell's taken that over. Why couldn't we do some type of pitch pass with Braden Flutie? Swing it out to the left or to the right side and see if he couldn't connect with someone down the field. Trammell look again. Oh, he had Jake Moore open. If he hits him in the numbers, that is a score. Overthrows him by just a touch. Be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I know Trammell would like to have that one back, but as we mentioned, the weather could definitely be playing an impact. The rain keeps a-falling. But I would like to see some, trickery, especially if your defense can get a stop. You get the ball back, flea flicker, why not? Flutie can throw the ball. I mean, he got the starting quarterback job for a reason. Third and 2 upcoming.
What would you think the East Jordan defense would be for 3rd and 2? What are you inside the 10-yard line? Do they send everybody and try to get that quick stuff for a loss? They play stationary defense.
I'd say you kind of play it safe here. Don't want to give too much momentum right away.
Brody Turner's going to try it up the middle. Good job by the Red Devils staying home and wrapping them up right there. No gain on the play. It'd be 4th down.
Yeah, I like that type of play call defensively. You don't want to, run the box too much just in case they decide to whip it out in the flats. And I'm actually going to call that, I think, a loss of a yard.
Yeah, I think
there.
they gave him like a half a yard to a yard possibly. Loss on that play.
And naturally, they're meeting up, trying to go for this 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive, keep this game alive. If they can get a score here, Eric, in the 2-point conversion, they'll only be down 6 points with enough time to get a stop and go back down the field.
And all 3 timeouts.
Yes.
Here come the Elks on 4th down. Oh, no one there. Miscommunication on the play. It falls incomplete, and East Jordan snap again. Hold that thought for a minute. Not sure. Maybe the Elks got it, and they do. Elks on the fumble recovery, and again another miscue with a snap. As the weather making that factor.
Yeah, and our camera looks like it is getting back and ready. Sorry we couldn't get you that shot, guys, but
But again, we'll give it to you. Yeah, basically, just another high snap over Webb's head, not able to haul it down. He even tried to high point it and not able to get it, and Elks fall on it and get the ball back with, again, a chance to score with 3:40 to go. Time left and all 3 timeouts as well.
Yeah, definitely a costly mistake there for the Devils, given just that little bit of life to this Elk squad.
Spread for the Elks. They'll put Turner in motion. They tried to get it to him on the flat. I don't know if that's a backwards pass or not. They rule it incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Football is a game predicated on facing adversity in order to accomplish one goal. In many ways, so is constructing your perfect dream home. And Midlake Builders is here to help you and your family accomplish just that. Whether you are starting a new build or renovating a current one, Midlake Builders has the experience, expertise, and most importantly, the staffing to get your project done on time. That's Midlake Builders, proud to be the official sponsor of the Hardest Working Player of the Game Award this season. And I am giving my Hardest Working Player of the Game Award tonight to none other than number 12, Braden Flutie.
Yeah, and for East Jordan, I think it's got to be, well, we'll give it after this play.
Keegan Keel on the jet sweep. Gets close to the sticks. He'll be a couple yards short, be third down.
And for East Jordan, I think it's pretty easy. I mean, we still got some time left, but Max Beal, the interception earlier, a couple big plays. He has definitely been the player of the game, followed closely by William Webb, but, he's a quarterback. It's always easy to give him the credit.
Start the clock back up, getting down to 3 minutes left to go in the game. Need a little sense of urgency here for the Elks. Trammell going to roll out. He's got a man right by the goal line. He hauls it in and looks like just short of the goal line. I think that was Braden Flutie. We'll wait and see when he comes up. Yep, Braden Flutie again on the reception, just short of the goal line.
Wow, I thought he had
First and goal from about the 1 foot line, it looks like.
Yeah, he must have just been out far side of the field. It was hard for us to get the best angle there, but it looked good in my eyes. But he's going to have another chance to punch it in here, and time does stop as of now.
Oh, flag on the play. Even before the snap, you don't know, are we going to get in the realm of unsportsmanlike or something, as the back judge is just standing by a bunch of Red Devils. So let's see. Let's see what's going on.
Well,
dead ball, unsportsmanlike against the Red Devil. Yep, just like we thought. From when the flag comes back there and no one else is around, you got somebody must have said something, possibly.
Yeah, but maybe it moved it from the 1 foot line to the 6 inch line.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Not really hurting them
getting
too
close
much.
to pulling out that index card to see how close we are.
You just got to just reach that ball over for just a second, pretty much right from the snap.
Well, I've got a quick second. Come into Pearls and experience a taste of Louisiana right in the heart of Northern Michigan, and they are a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game this year, providing a $10 off gift card during their next meal at Pearls, and I am giving it to Mason Cannon, number 23, a Player of the Game tonight. Nice job by that young man. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Elk Rapids. Let's see what's going on first. There's a flag on the play. I thought I saw one getting thrown in there right at the end.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I think it's going to be some more jaws that were japping. Not saying necessarily the kindest thing. I think I saw him point to that East Jordan side again.
Well, you got a couple of them wanting to point the other way, too. Let's see. It's one of those things I usually get the players on the highlights. They worry about what you can control. And sometimes it's your mouth.
Yeah, those are ones where you got to always mind if you're going to say something, you got to whisper it to your teammate.
Yeah,
because those zebras are always lurking around, and they're ready to throw the flag.
Sideline warning, looked like.
Oh. Well, actually, it's going to be against the Elks.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but.
And it's going to be taken off the touchdown and moving them back to the 5-yard line. Interesting situation for the Elks.
Yeah, that's one of those. If we had Skycam, we could get a zoomed in there on a replay and seen exactly what went on. We're not quite that operation yet, but we've got someone doing we have Derek doing a great job here in the stands providing video tonight.
And you know what? Next year you might see some next level camera footage.
Hey, not just regular footage. It's next level footage.
Oh, of course.
Trammell with the pass. Oh, that definitely defensive PI as Jake Moore got tripped in the end zone.
Yeah, just kind of been a flag
Yeah,
fest
I
in
think
the
that's.
second
I think
half.
that'll be
Oof.
on Curtis Crawford entangling the feet of Jake Moore with his own and causing the penalty.
That will be on East Jordan.
Well, I've got a second. During the course of each and every day, we all face an abundance of risks, some that we don't even consider, some we do. For protection against the foreseeable and unforeseeable risks is where Bingham Insurance Company comes in, capable of providing coverage for your home, auto, life, and even pet insurance. They do it all. That's Bingham Insurance Services, a trusted and proud auto owners insurance affiliate. Elk Rapids again on first down. Braden Flutie going to spin off of one tackler, leans forward, not quite to the goal line.
Gosh, they just cannot seem to punch it in. No one wants to score in this second half.
And again,
Eric.
urgency. If you want to try to go for the win, you've got to get back there and get set. Maybe coming out of a penalty or a timeout, having at least 2 plays ready to go.
Yeah, it almost looks like the Elks have kind of given up in this game.
Well,
I
it's,
don't
again,
wanna
your
say,
clock's
but-
going to run almost like you're looking to run the play clock down while you're down by 14 points.
Yeah, there's been a couple. Well, I wouldn't even say a couple. There's been a lot of questionable coaching decisions for the Elks squad, which has held them back. In addition, to them just shooting themselves in the foot almost any chance they seem to get.
Elks on second down. Trammell eludes the 2 tacklers in rushing to him at first, but not the rest of them coming up the middle. He'll lose some yardage on that play.
Yeah. The East Jordan defense, after giving up what we thought was an Elks touchdown to make it a one-possession game, they're dialing in here. They don't want to let them score. They want to keep this a scoreless half for both teams. Yep. They're happy to get the ball back and just kneel it away.
Glad Griffin Boyer, one of the Red Devils, in on that tackle.
Yeah, and they've been playing pretty good. Elk Rapids only got 6 points, and that was in the first half.
Trammell rolling to his right. He's a man up front. Nice job by William Webb to jump in front, knock that ball incomplete.
Yeah, and that's going to be
fourth down. Yeah, 1 minute and 3 left to go in the game. You've been waiting for this all night. They haven't had that sense of urgency, but you need to get a score and try to get that ball back, even with all your timeouts left. I'll call this my Yoda play of the night. It is time to do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah, Eric, I kind of felt like that about 2 minutes ago. I just think there was no urgency from this Elks team to score. It looks like they're just okay with walking out of here with a loss, which I got to say is surprising. Some of these seniors, it's their last night playing high school football, and the fight seems to have left.
Yep. We'll get you a couple quick updates for our game ends here. 34-6, Inland Lakes over Gaylord St. Mary's. 8 minutes to go in that game. That game should be about over.
Yeah, and incomplete there on fourth down.
Yep, and incomplete on fourth down where you've got East Jordan taking over possession. You got to think they're just going to take a couple knees possibly. I don't know if Elk Rapids will use their timeouts. Maybe do a running play just to stay honest and see what the Elks are looking to do.
If they use their timeouts now, Eric, then I'm just going to be so baffled on what types of decisions we are making over here in Elk Rapids.
2:50 to go on the third down at Kingsley. The Stags 30 and the Charlevoix Raiders 12.
Oh, Charlevoix showing a little bit of life.
Yeah, but that is a tough amount to come back from against a very good Kingsley Stags team.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Red Devils. Low snap again. He keeps the possession. He's going to run it himself, gets to the 10-yard line, jumps over Colin McCormick, and then gets stood up about the 13-yard line where he's finished off.
Wow. I love watching William Webb play quarterback. I got to say, he is just an athletic monster out there. Anytime he gets out of the pocket, you're pretty much holding your horses if you're on the other team because you don't know if he's going to break it for a touchdown or if he's going to do something crazy, break 2 tackles, spin move. He kind of looks like, this is a crazy compliment.
Yeah, I'll give, in what we were talking about with the penalties and the unsportsmanlike and whatnot, I will give a shout-out to Wyatt Penny helping up Jake Moore, giving him a little pat on the back after a tough play, and good job by East Jordan taking a knee to run the clock out. And as we get down to 0-0 here, we will end the game here in East Jordan. The final score, East Jordan Red Devils 20 and the Elk Rapids Elks 6. We are going to keep it right here and get into a little post game before we sign off for this week. And Jared, I expected this game coming in to be a little bit closer and a little bit harder fought than what we saw tonight. But the one thing I didn't expect were all of the miscues from both teams.
Yeah, it was definitely, just especially in that second half once the rain started, it just seemed like both teams were trying to almost get out of here. Just not really a lot of fight in this second half. And the first half, it was pretty exciting, The touchdown, the fumble 6, the pick by Max Beal to set up that touchdown for East Jordan. But that was pretty much all the offense we saw second half. The rain started falling, and I don't really know what those locker room speeches look like, but this is when I really would love to see it because I don't know what the coaches were saying. It just looked like the fight kind of died down for these guys. This is their last night. Some of these seniors, they will not play high school football or maybe football ever again. And it didn't look like they even seemed to care.
So, for the Elk Rapids side, you've got Trey Dennis, Braden Flutie, Connor Carlisle, Mason Cannon, and Zach Cadwell, Easton Butte, on the roster would be your seniors that will graduate this year. But again, we talked about what a youth movement going on in Elk Rapids. And yes, we talk about the Elks finishing the season at 4-5. But again, we've seen, Jared, you and I have seen the growth and the potential of this program as a whole. And we look nothing but up for the Elk Rapids program. I don't think it stays where it is, and I don't think it goes backwards. I think the only direction that the Elks go is up from here.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. As you said, the JV team is dominating in their league, and you're going to get a lot of those guys playing up in the next level. We've got a sophomore quarterback who can throw the ball definitely as the next years go on. He's just developing some of that, as we were saying, just throwing the ball a little bit earlier, predicting or knowing, that, I can't think of that word now. It's blanking me, but just getting the ball there. Anticipation, that's what
there
it
you
is.
go.
And throwing with a little bit more anticipation, but he's only a sophomore. It's his first year. He didn't even play a full season, so there's a lot to look forward to, as you alluded to.
Let's go to the East Jordan side now. Now going to enter the playoffs at 6-3 now. What would you expect from them coming from this game, getting prepared for their first round?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. One of the things they got to start out is getting the snaps under control. You are not going to be able to make a run in the playoffs if you're giving away possessions because of bad snaps. And William Webb, multiple times during this game, had plays pretty much blown up because he's just trying to keep his eye on the ball to not turn it over because the snap's a little low, the snap's a little high. But the good news is those are very easy things to clean up. It has been plaguing them for this season, but I think Adam Grabowskis is going to really focus in on it for the practice upcoming to the playoffs. I'd like to see the snaps get cleaned up. And the other thing is just getting Max Beal involved early and often. When he's involved in the pass game and the run game, East Jordan is successful. So snaps and Max Beal, and even on defense, you just have to have him lead this crew, and I think they will follow him into the fight. And I could see if they can get that snap, they have a lot of talent, and they can win games. I would not be surprised to see him at least make it out of the first round.
Well, we will be talking more about the Red Devils' first-round opponent after Selection Sunday when we get into the Next Level Broadcasting show next Thursday. Make sure you are tuning into us, any of the schools from the Next Level universe that make the playoffs. We will first go over last week's games from everybody, and then after we get through our little pro and college, anything else we want to add, then we'll start previewing our first week's playoff games. So, in getting into the playoffs games, we need to remind you where to watch the playoffs. You do not go to Next Level Broadcasting because it is a state-sanctioned tournament. You need to go to the NFHS network and find your playoff games there. Our stream will be covered by the MHSAA and the NFHS network. So make sure you're going there to check your stream if you are not going to make it to your playoff game. Again, the NFHS network is where to find Next Level Broadcasting for playoff football. So that's going to do it here at Boswell Stadium. For myself, Eric Huffman, for Jared Stamen, my partner tonight. Again, don't forget to check us out on the Next Level show next Thursday. Check us out at nextlevelbroadcasting.net for any other broadcast as we do basketball, volleyball, baseball. If you can dream it, we can stream it.
Yes, sir.
And again, don't forget all the highlights that you see every week or that we post, you can see on our Instagram page, Next Level Broadcasting on Instagram. Check that out. Subscribe to it. You can see all the highlights from all the teams that we cover every single week. Again, thank you so much, and we will see you next Thursday for the Next Level show. You have a great night. Take care.